Okay. Okay, let me share my screen once more. Sorry for that. Okay, I hope you guys can hear me. So my name is Shadraki Protich, and I'm a Better Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador in Kenya, and I'm also the lead Power Platform Kenya user group. And for today, for our Power Up Tuesday, today we'll be covering artificial intelligence builder in Power Apps. What is normally referred to as AI builder in Power Apps. So straight to today's agenda, where we'll be talking about AI builder. We get to know what is an AI builder, how you can get started, and also the licenses that is required for you to get started with it. And the managed services for the AI builder, like for example, what services does the AI builder offer, and how you can also get started with it, and why should you use AI builder, maybe like for your Power Apps or like for your Power Automate. Okay, and then lastly, we're gonna do a demo, and I'll be using a case scenario here so that you can relate well to what we'll be building out of the AI builder, and at least you can get a glimpse of how it really works. So an AI builder is a Microsoft Power Platform component where you automate processes, and also you can use it to predict outcomes without necessarily like having to learn a programming language to train your AI model or something like that. It's a component of Power Platform where you can be able to train your model to be able to automate a process, for example, in your business, and also to predict an outcome. So yeah, it belongs to the umbrella of Power Platform, where it's also on a low-code solution where you can be able to train your model depending on what you need. Then talking about the managed services for AI Builder, as I have said, it's used mainly for two like services to predict outcomes and also to automate processes within a business. So we have several services for AI Builder, which one of them is analyzing text for classification. We also have prediction. We have business card readers, extracting text from images, form processing, and also the object recognition. So like let me just give you an example of these so that you can relate well to how this actually happens. So like now, for example, in your business, you want to extract text from images. And for instance, you might be having around 200 images that you need to extract text from. So what platform should you be able to use to do that task? Because like, first of all, you don't have the cost to do that, and also you don't have the manpower. So now and you need to extract this text from images. So what I'll be able to do is I can just use a pre-built model to be able to handle all this stuff. So I'll just upload all the images that I have, and then the text will be extracted now from those images. And then, for example, also like another example is object recognition. So for instance, you have objects that need to be recognized within your organization or within your business, and you don't know like how to handle these within a very short time or something like that. And then to be able to identify objects within your reach or something like that. So it recognizes and counts items in images. For instance, I can just use a case scenario of a supermarket here. You need to count the number of items within a shelf. And first of all, counting them one by one, it's tiresome, right? And also trying to recognize each and every one of them is tiresome also. So like you can just use an object recognition model within the AI builder to be able to do that for you. So now, for instance, I need to differentiate a Pepsi drink and a Red Bull drink. So, and also I want to be able to know when they are most likely to be over. So I'll just use this object recognition service from AI Builder to be able to recognize how many Red Bulls are still on the shelf and how many Pepsi drink are still on the shelf, and also counting all the images. Maybe I need to store and collect this data to be used maybe like for inventory tracking, for the stock tracking, something like that. So like these are just some of the services, but we have lots of services, more than 11 services for AI Builder. I'll be showing you through the demo and also on the AI Builder page where you can be able to see all these services for AI Builder. So as I talked about earlier, the AI Builder belongs to the Power Platform, where that is where you get licensed to, and also through the Microsoft Dynamics 365, that is where you can also get the AI Builder license. So the AI Builder license comes with PowerApps and Power Automate. Those are the two main components of AI Builder. So it's a premium version, but also like for example, if you don't have the premium version, you are given a 30-day trial for the AI Builder, where you can be able to train your model and be able to use it, but it's only within 30 days. So now, like for example, you can be able to apply it in Power Apps, where you might be building an application to help you do something. So this is where now the Power Apps comes in. And then now, like for example, for Power Automate, you need to automate a process where probably, for example, if I need to extract text from images and automatically saves it in my OneDrive, or like extracts all the information and saves it in an Excel form, then I can use Power Automate, since Power Automate automates the process and not having to do them one by one. So these are where you can get your AI Builder license. That is from the Power Platform and the Microsoft Dynamics 365. And then using the AI Builder, this is normally the flow, how it usually happens. So first of all, you choose your AI model. So for example, I need something to extract text for me. So that is the first step. I've chosen my AI model, and then I connect to my data. So like, for example, I have all these images stored in my OneDrive, or like within my local machine. So I'll just connect to my data, and then I tailor my model to meet what I need. So like, for example, I need to extract text from images. What kind of text I need from those images? So like, for example, if it's an invoice and I need to extract those information that is found on the invoice, like for example, the customer name, the price, the details of the invoice, maybe the invoice number, and also maybe the date. So for example, so I need to tailor that model to be able now to extract those information that I need. That is now the invoice number and everything that I've talked about. So now that is now the third step of now using your AI Builder, like within the process. And then finally, you get now to train your model, probably with some few images, something like that. And then after you train your model, it gives you a score, how perfect is your model. Like for example, if it's a score of 77%, 100%, meaning now like that is now the accuracy that your model will be able to score when extracting information now in the real world. Then finally, you get to publish your model. So for um, publishing your model, you can be able now to publish your model now to Power Automate or PowerApps, where you can now use now your model. Or like, for example, if you just need to use it within the AI Builder website, yeah, so like you can just be able to use it locally within your machine. So like, for example, I just need to upload images and then extract them. So like those are the ways that you can now publish your model now for use. And also like you can be able to share the model now to people within your organization, to be able now to use your model and be able now to, I can say, make fun of it. Then so like this is just how sorry. Okay, so like this is just how the overview of where the AI builder is found within the PowerApps portal. So I'll be taking you through all overview about how this model works. And also, as you can be able to see, like we have lots and lots of managed services for the AI builder. There is the form processing, read and save information, prediction, text classification, and also the language detection. So let me just talk about that one, language detection. So if you are familiar with the Azure Cognitive Services and all the services provided by the cognitive services, so they are just a replica of what usually happens there. We have the sentiment analysis, language detection, text recognition. So like, for instance, you are dealing with customers here all over the world, and you need to identify which language is this so that you can be able to understand your customer well. And for example, if you're collecting feedback from the customers and you need to get their sentiments based on the feedback that they get, like if it's a good sentiment, if it's a neutral, if it's a bad sentiment. So like those are the kind of models that you get within the AI builder. So now, for example, if it's the language detection, so I can be able to translate that language to what I understand. So like, for example, if I'm dealing with a customer from China, maybe, and I need to understand what the customer is trying to tell me, or like what the customer is trying to say, then I can just translate that language from Chinese maybe to my English or like Kiswahili, something like that. And I can be able now to understand what the customer needs or like what the customer wants. And also like for the sentiment analysis, I can be able to extract the key phrases that are normally used within like commenting. So like, for example, if I've built my PowerApps portal where I want to collect feedback for like from my customers maybe. And this is maybe just a one-time thing where I just need to connect to be able to collect like feedback from customers. So I'll just apply the sentiment analysis, and I can be able to analyze the positive and the negative sentiments within a text. So for example, if a customer says, I love your services, so that's a positive sentiment. And I can be able to get that easily from probably maybe 10,000 feedbacks that I get all over the world. So probably I don't have time to go through all the sentiments from within the text. So I'll just apply the sentiment analysis, and probably I can just, it can divide these to positive and negative sentiments. So like, for example, we have 1,000 positive sentiments from the customers, and we have probably 200 negative sentiments. So I can be able to weigh my business where it is like there is more positive and there is less negative sentiments. So I'll just be showing you how you can be able to use this. Then you might be asking yourself like, why should I use the AI builder? So first of all, it's empowering. So it's an AI for every skill set. So whether you know how to like you belong to the low code, no code, or like you don't have any skills totally. So you don't need to learn a programming language for you to use this AI builder, because it's all it's on a low code, no code platform. So it's available for you. Just training your model and then publishing your model, and your model is ready for use. And then it also increases productivity since it's a low code environment with a high return on investment. So just from the previous example that I used about trying to collect around 10,000 feedback from customers and trying to get the sentiments within the text. So imagine like trying to go through each and every text and seeing what the customer needs. So I'll just need to an AI builder to extract all those sentiments for me, and then I can be born out to see where my business lies, or like try to improve my business. And then AI for fun. It's fun building the models and you using them in real time. So probably after the call, you can try and build some models for use, and you can be able to see how this is fun building these models and using these models in real time. And then it's extensible, meaning you can quickly embed them to Power Platform and Dynamics 365. For the Power Platform, you can be able to connect to various data sources, and also like same case to Dynamics 365. And then also it's easy to use, where it's guided and quick AI application. So we do have pre-built models where they are already built for you. So like you just need to customize to meet your business needs. And then inside the AI builder, or in the Power Apps, where you get guidance on how you can use your AI builder, kind of tutorials within the AI builder. So it's easy to use, and you can be able to get your model within a very few minutes, and you can be able to use it. Then we do have two types of models within the AI builder. First of all, we do have the custom model where you can build, train, and publish for the intended use. So now, for instance, I want to build a model for me, like to be able to identify an object within my premises. So I'll just build, because we have an intended use for that. For example, also, I can build a custom model to be able to help my new employees to be able to understand, for example, the machines that are being operated within my business. So, for example, if there is a unique machine that probably the new employees might not easily understand it and get to know what it does, then I can just build a custom model for my business. Then we also have the pre-built model, where these are already built models that are similar across businesses. Like now, for instance, the sentiment analysis. This is something that is common within all the business around the world. So, and also maybe credit card, invoice processing, language det uh, language detection. These are just similar models that are used within businesses. So those are that have been built already. So you will just use it as a template, and then you customize it to meet your business. So those are the two types of models. We have the custom model and the pre-built model. And then, so these are just examples of the pre-built models and also the custom model. So the pre-built one, we have the key phrase extraction. So for example, I need to get some phrases extracted within a text. So for example, I'm looking for a keyword that says, let me think of something, probably dollar. So yeah, I can just train my model to be able to extract that specific word within my business. For example, also, maybe let me just use an example of a company that is hiring, and they need to get some key phrases used within your resume, or your CV. So probably we are looking for someone who has worked with AI builder within their previous work, or within their previous organization. So I need to extract that phrase and be able to filter out, and to be able to filter out um, within the number of people who have applied for a certain job. So I can just use that one, and then language detection, and then we have the sentiment analysis, text translation, business card reader, and then category classification, and then the entity extraction. So, and then we also have the custom models. We have the prediction, object detection, form processing, and then category classification, and then the entity extractions. So like we have some kind of similarities within the pre-built and the custom models. So like, for example, the category and the entity. So like those are just similar models within the two types of AI builder models. So this is how you can get started. So like I'll switch back to my browser so that we can be able to get hands-on. Then this is my last slide. So probably I'm happy to connect with you all. That is my LinkedIn, Shadraki Protich, and then on Twitter, Miles_Shadrack. So yeah. So let's go now back to where we can get our hands on. It probably might take a lot of time, so that's why it needs more time. So let me just switch. Let me stop presenting and then I share my old screen. And then you can feel free to unmute yourself and ask a question. So feel free to interrupt me, or like you can just use the chat window to ask your questions. Okay, so I hope you can see my screen. Perfect. So for you to access the AI Builder, so I'll be using my license that is found within the PowerApps. So I'll just head on to powerapps.com, or like alternatively, you can access your PowerApps via the Office account. So like when you just go to the Office account, so like that is where you can also access your PowerApps. So, okay, so like once I get into my Power Apps, so now like this is the home page where I can be able to see what I can be able to build within Power Apps. So I can start from business, and then as I said, like we have materials within the Power Apps where it's for you now to use within while you're building your applications. So like, for example, you're like you are stuck within when you're building your model. So like you can just refer and get some learning materials within these Power Apps. Then learn, we have that button there. And then you can get guided learning, help topics, and also we have a Power Apps community where you like anyone is free to join in and share ideas. You can also be able to get some insights on what to use and how you can be able to get started. We have applications here. So like these are just applications that have been built within people within my organization. So like you can be able to see the owners within this one. So, and then the time they modified the application, maybe 7 hours ago. And then the type of application that I've built, if it's model driven, if it's a Canvas application. So those are just how you can get to see what other people are building within your organization. And then when you get to the create button there, this is when you can get started with your Power Apps. You can start from a blank application. That is, you get started with a Canva. So like you get a blank Canva and then you would start now building your application from scratch to turn out the final product. Microsoft Dataverse. So like that is the Microsoft database for the Power Platform application. So you can get started from creating tables, and then columns within your dataverse. So, so like this is now the dataverse. So like if I click on data, you can be able to see the tables and all these connections that you can get started with. And then the flows, this is now where we have the Power Automate. So if you need to connect your Power Apps to your Power Automate, then this is where you can get started. Then for the chatbots, we do have a Power Virtual Agents where you can build um, kind of chatbots to be able to converse with your customers within your business. And then now finally, this is where now we'll be tackling now for this session, that is the AI Builder. So if I click on AI Builder, so let me just go to explore. So now like as you can see, I don't have a full license to the AI to the AI Builder, but I am on a 30-day trial. And I get to maximize this because like I have 30 days and I need to build an AI model. And for these, you get one per environment. So like as you can see, the environment that I am in, this is the Microsoft Student Partner. So if I have several environments within my account, I could be able to see all of them outlined here. So I just have only one environment. And then, so now, as I told you earlier on, we have like it's easy to use since you have content within this website. So let me just play this 90-second video so that you can be able to see how you can also be able to get started. I hope you can hear the audio. Just tell me if you can't. Can you hear the audio?
No, we can't.
Okay, let me just share the computer audio. Okay, let me stop sharing and then I share once more so that I can be able to incorporate the computer sound. Okay, so let me try once more. Perfect. Okay, I hope you guys could hear the audio. So that was just an introduction of AI Builder. So within the PowerApps, you can be able to see how it usually happens. So that was just an introductory video. So now we do have the pre-built model down here. So as you can be able to see, we have lots of them. So from the start here, so you can be able to filter out depending on what you need. So if I have to work on documents and use AI, let me just confirm if you guys can hear me. Yes, Yusuf, I can see
Yes,
there
we
is
can
a
hear
hand
you.
raised. Yes, I can see a hand raised, so you can feel free.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so for the video, I don't know whether it's just me, but I didn't hear. So I'm Oluwatobi Yusuf from Nigeria, Lagos. It's nice to be here. Thanks for holding the section. Okay, so for that video, for what you shared, I actually didn't hear any sound. I don't know whether it's just me, but I wanted to ask, could you share the link in the chat so that um, we could go watch it maybe after the meeting and all of that, so that we could get insights on how we can leverage tools like AI Builder in the Power Platform.
Okay, perfect. Let me share the link to the chat window. Let me see if I can capture these. But like I can also share at after the end of the session.
Yeah, that would be perfect. Thank you very much.
Okay, okay. So now, like what I was saying about these now, like you can be able now to filter out depending on what you need within your business. So like, for example, if it's documents, then I'll just need the models for documents. So I'll just click on documents and I can be able to see what I really need. So like, for example, if I need a receipt processing model, so I'll just click on this one. And then, so now like I need to extract information within my receipts within the business and be able to extract, like, for example, this is the merchant name. And then this is the street, the address, sorry. And then the phone number, probably the transaction time, and then what they bought. So like this person bought a Surface Pro 6 and then a Surface Pen also. And then the total, so I need to extract all that one also. Then that's the confidence score. And then also the total that has been receipted within my company. So if I need to use these within my business, so I'll just go down here. So now, like, for example, I want to use it in my Power Automate. So like to be able to automate this process where once a person like comes into my store and then they can be able to, like, I can be able to extract all the information within a receipt and be able to keep track of that. So I can just be able to use it in a flow or in an application. So if it's in an application, I'll just click using an app, and then it takes me now to the PowerApp Studio where I can be able now to build now within these. So like, let's see how a pre-built model is. So I'll have to download a receipt online, and then we can be able to see if they can extract um, like information within those receipts. So just a moment. So like meanwhile, as it loads, let me just take you through the other models. So that was a receipt processing. So probably I need something for the images. So I'll just click on these images, and then all the models within the images is like pops up. Then down here we have tutorials. So to help you get started. So we have lots of tutorials here. So now like it's easy to learn, and it's something that you can be able to finish within a very short time. That is, like, for example, getting started with AI Builder Business Card Reader. That is 1 hour 30 minute tutorial. We have a 12-minute like one here that is getting started with a receipt processing in AI Builder. We have a 23 minutes, so it's very easy to learn. And then these are the how-to videos, like, for example, um, like document automation overview, processing documents with multiple layouts. So like these are just the how-to videos, like how to do these within, like how to integrate an AI builder in Teams. So like you can be able to get these. And then you can also be able to see how customers are using AI builder within their business. I can be able to see like notable brands here. We have the Coca-Cola there. They use AI Builder. We have Microsoft itself uses it. Those are just some of the companies that I know. The Farmers Choice, this is a Kenyan company that uses this AI Builder. So like you can see the success stories of what they've been able to achieve within this AI Builder. So like if you just click on see all, you can be able to see all of them. And then what's new? So like, for example, we have regular updates within the AI builder, and this is where you can be able to get blogs about what's new within the AI builder and to help you be within the loop of the community and get to know. So like, let's see how far this has gone. So, okay, so like if I was building my application, so this is where I'll be able to scan my receipts and be able to extract those information. So like if I just click on play, so I'll just click on scan a receipt and then, okay, let me just download a receipt. Let me see if I can get one that we can be able to extract information. So let me see. Okay, let me see this one, if I can be able to see the information that is needed. So like, for example, I hope it's very clear. So like, for example, this one here, I hope it's very clear. Yeah, I can see the customer name. Okay, let me download this one so that we can be able to upload and see what is extracted. So now like within our Power App, so I'll just build my application to meet my needs. Like for example, if it's a home page, something like that. So this is just a model. So I'll just click on the scan receipt button. Then I click on my receipt, or like if I have an option to use my camera direct, then that's also applicable. So like, for example, taking live, taking a receipt with like using the camera. So like that's like you can also be able to use that. So I've uploaded it. Okay, so like you've been able to see, let me just zoom in. It has been able to extract probably the address. We also have the description here. So like if I just over this, I can be able to see it's an LCD monitor. We also have a laptop there, and then it also has been able to capture the date. So the analysis the analysis performed here, 3 properties and 2 items have been detected. So we have the amount here, and also we have the total price for this receipt. So now if I need now to store this in my journal, or somewhere else, then I can export these extracted information within my receipt and be able now to use it elsewhere. So like that's one for a pre-built model. And then now we have the models here down here. So like that was on the explore button. So if we click on the models down here, you can be able to see like these are the models now that I built myself. So you can be able to see an inventory there, an inventory build, deep detector, then the image detection. So like now for instance, how to get started now, up here on the left side of your screen where we have a build model button. So I'll just click on build model, and then okay, so like build model, and then it will show me how to build a model. I'm trying to see that button, so I'm still on the explore. Okay, so I'll click on the build model. Why is it taking me to explore? But now, let me just use this, what we have here. So edit draft. So once you click on the build model, then it will take you through roughly approximately 4 steps. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps. So those are 5 steps. So once you click on the build a model, these are the steps. So the first step is to select a domain, or those are just the common images that you normally have. And then you choose the 2 objects that you need. Like for example, and for you to train a model, you need more than 1 object. So maximum is 2 objects. No, like minimum is 2 objects, and maximum you can have lots and lots of data that you want to train. So now, like for example, let me just give you a case scenario of what I tried to build here sometimes back. So I wanted to try those people handling the customer, like the stock within a supermarket. They can be able to know when the Pepsi drink or the Red Bull drink is almost getting over within the shelves in a supermarket. So now, like those are the are my two main objects that I'm going to train here. So now, like as you can see, like one is Pepsi, and then the other one is a Red Bull. So if I need a new to add a new object, so I'll just click on add a new object. So if it's a Coca-Cola drink that I need to be able to monitor within the stock, so I'll just add that one. So, but since I'm not interested in that, so I'll just leave it that one. So once I've done that, I've been able to name my objects. Then I click on next, where this is when you add images. So for example, like for myself, I trained 33 images. So like they were roughly half, so like 15 for Pepsi and then 15 also for the Red Bull. So you add images using this button. So like for example, once I click on the add images, then I select where my images are stored. Like for example, if it's on a local storage, my SharePoint list, or the Azure Blob Storage, which is a premium version. So depending on where your data is stored, and then we click on next after we've uploaded now all the images. So now like this step now is for you now to tag all the images. As you can be able to see, all the images have been uploaded here. So you can be able to see like we have 16 Pepsi of them and then 16 Red Bull on the right hand side of your screen. So now like if I need to add more images, I can just simply add them here. So like how to tag the images, let me just use one. So like for example, if it's this image here, so I'll just tag the image like to be able to be visible. So like for example, I'll just drag these. And then once I've been able to do that, and then I'll say this is a Pepsi drink. So I'll just click on Pepsi. So it takes what we had already named within that, like the second step. So, and then once I'm done like tagging all my images, then I'll just click on this done tagging button over here. So once it has been able to tag all my images, so like we also have the Red Bull here. So now like you can be able to see like my model can be able to recognize this as a Red Bull. So, okay. So we have 33 images here, but those which are precise, they are 32. So like we have 16 for Pepsi and then 16 for Red Bull. So once I'm done tagging all my images, then I'll click on next. And then I can be able to analyze the model about it. So like it's on my account, which model type is this, and then object type. And then the images sources, they were gotten from my device, my local machine. So I downloaded all these images online, then I stored them within my computer. Then now this is where they are stored, and then the information to extract, we have the Pepsi and the Red Bull. So we have 16 tags of them, and then also this one for 16. So if we had about 10 objects within my store, like for example, my my supermarket, like we have water, Coca-Cola, a Sprite drink, or any other else. And then once I've been able to see the summary of my model, I'll just click on train. So once I train, it will be able to train the model um, like to be able now to meet what we have as our AI builder. So like once I click on train, it will be able to train. So like, but I don't want us to interfere with this because I want you to show you like in a real application. So like, but like I'll click train once I've been able to show you like how this usually works. Okay, yeah. So like once I've been able to do so, then I click on train, my model will be able to have a summary of it. So let me just go back. Okay, let me just open a new instance of PowerApps. And then I can be able to also to see the accuracy of my model. So, okay. We have about 10 minutes left. Okay. Let me try and summarize this. Okay, so now like once I've been able to click on this train model, and then we'll be having a summary of the train model like this. So this is the published version, and then the last train version. So like once I train my model, it will be able to go to this last train version, and you can see the accuracy is 95%, and then the details, when was it trained and something like that, the number of objects and everything. So once like I see this is a good model, then I'll just click on publish, and then for the for the published version, it will be able to go here. So it has got about 77%, and you can be able to see. And inside here also, as I mentioned earlier, it's very easy to use. So how your model is used, so you can be able to get documentation about it. So like let me just have a quick test, and then you can see how it works. So quick text, like I can just be able to use it within this AI builder. So I have an image within my local machine. So if I click on that, and then I click on the Pepsi can here, so and then I click on open, so it will be able to quickly test what is this. So like as you as you can see the results here, it's a Pepsi drink, and its accuracy it's about 43%. So like that's not very high, so you need more images to be able to get a higher accuracy. So this is a 43%. Okay, so like that was just a quick test. So now like let's use our model in PowerApps. So I'll just click on use model, and then action, it's a new app in PowerApps, or if it's a Power Automate, then I'll just click on that. So I just click on new app in PowerApps. So it takes me to the PowerApp Studio to be able to get started with the with my model. And it usually takes probably less than just some few minutes for your model to be trained. So just a minute, then skip that. Okay, so we now have our model ready. So you you can be able to see this is it. So one thing is remaining now, we have to choose our model. So so now like this is where I choose my model. So I'll just go over here where we have the AI model, and then I click on select model. So it pulls all the models that I want to use only. As you've been able to see, my model is called inventory. So I'll just click on inventory, and then it will be able to link what we have here with the model that I trained and built. So now for us to test this now within the PowerApps environment, so I'll just click on the play button, and then you can be able to see. So this is where we have. So I'll just upload an image. So it's a Pepsi can, then click on it, and then bingo, there we have our prediction. Yeah, it's a Pepsi can. So if for instance, let me choose Pepsi cans within Pepsi cans in a shelf, so that we can be able to see the number of Pepsi cans within a shelf. So now images, and then for instance, let me take this. Let me see the best one. Okay, let me just download this one so that we can be able to see the number of Pepsi cans within this shelf. Like for instance, I was building this application specifically to be able to help me keep track of my stock. So, and you are limited to JPG and PNG images. So while you are downloading or using an application, you have to ensure that. So let me upload that one, what we have right now. Okay, so now you can be able to see it recognizes all these Pepsi within this. So now for example, I can add another text box here to be able now to count these Pepsi. So like, for example, I can just use the basic functionalities of PowerApps and then have a statement like count the number of Pepsi cans that has been recognized within an image, or like, yeah. So like, for example, now it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this is kind of hidden. So we have 5 Pepsi cans within this photo. So I can have another button over down here where I can be able to get a count of it, like the number of Pepsi cans, and it will be able to tell me like I need to restock, or like, yeah, something like that. So that's an overview. So yeah, so like, let me just go back to where we were training our model. Where was it? Okay, I guess it's this one. Okay, so just a minute as it loads. Then I'll just click on the train model so that you can be able to see what normally happens when you click on the train. So it will overwrite my last train version, and this action can't be undone. So once I click on train, then the model is training. So this may take a while. So I can just close this window, and then I can come back later when once my model is trained and ready for use. So as you can see, it's training right here. So it will overwrite this last train version. So I want you to keep to take note of the training date here, so that once we come back, you can be able to see the last train version that will be that will appear here. So like, my model is training, then the last train version. So let me take some questions now. Okay, feel free to unmute yourself, or you can just use the chat window. Yes, Miriam.
Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Okay. So my question is, can you use the AI builder for image processing, not just, okay, like object identification, but, like getting specific unique attributes from images and classifying them?
Yeah, you can be able to use it, and actually it's among the pre-built models. So if I can just take you back to where we have our pre-built models. So let me use this one. Okay, let me see this one. Okay, let me use this one. Okay, so like I'll just go to explore, and then we have its images, right? So we want, let me see. Okay, so now like, you want specific information within your images.
Pardon?
Like you want to process your images, like to be able to extract specific things within an image, right?
Yes.
Okay, so now like first of all, you can have this as a pre-built model. So now, like, for example, if it's like kind of a document that is in form of an image, so I can just use that one. And for example, as you can see, like, this is kind of an image, or like a document. So maybe I need a specific detail that I want. And then alternatively, you can be able to build your model just the way I've shown you. Like, you have images uploaded. So like, for example, if you want to extract maybe which example can I use within an image that is diverse? Like, for example, I need to pick matatus within an image that has like in a traffic maybe. So I need to only pick matatu. So I'll just train like this is a matatu, and then these like the other vehicles, maybe this is a truck, maybe this is a saloon car, and things like that. So like, that is how it, like, you can be able to do that. So now like, you can upload a new image here, and then you can be able now to train to meet your needs, like for like now the specific things that you need to be extracted within your image. And then alternatively, you can have a custom model. So like just the way I had shown you about the Pepsi and the Red Bull. So like that is how it happens. Yep. Any other question? Okay, let me see how far our model is. So it's still training, so it's not over. But now, like once it trains, then it will just come here, and then you can be able to see it. Any other question? Yes, Humphrey? Humphrey? If you're speaking, I guess you're on mute. I'm not sure if it's me alone or. So yeah, our model is still training. Any other question? Okay, let me just break the silence. You can use the chat window or just unmute yourself. So which are the two types of models that we have within the AI builder? Let me see if you guys were listening. So which are the two types of models that can be used within AI builder? And just give me one example for each. So feel free to unmute yourself or just use the chat window. Yeah, Humphrey says custom model and pre-built. Yeah, right. We have the pre-built and the custom. Perfect, Laura and Marianne. Okay, yeah. So I had a very active class. Yeah, I can see people are still typing. Okay, and also another question, where can we get a AI builder license? Which are the two platforms where we can get an AI builder license? So yeah, give me answers. Yeah, I can see people typing. So yeah, people are active. I'm happy. Yeah, PowerApps. PowerApps, yeah. But like there is a good way to put that out. So yeah, I can see Dynamics 365. Yeah, that's right. So the best way, okay, let me just leave people to finish typing and then. Okay, for custom, we have the prediction form processes, then pre-built. We have the key phrase extraction, then the language detections. Yeah, the Power Platforms. Okay. Yeah, I can see people are getting the correct answers. Nice. Yeah, I know we are 3 minutes late. Let me see how far our model is. Okay, so like you've been able to see our last train version was its accuracy, it's 90%, and the last training date was 8:31. That was 3 minutes ago. Yeah, so if I'm satisfied with what we have here, and then I'll just click on publish. So publishing it will overwrite our previous model. So once I've been able to publish it, so it will overwrite this model that we have here. So it's publishing. So once it has been published, it will be able to overwrite this one here. So I guess that was the remaining what I wanted to see. And then I can be able to share my model. So I said I can be able to share to people within my organization. So like, for example, let me see a student ambassador on the call, and I can be able to share the model with them. We have Marianne, Laura. Okay, let me share to the two of them so that you can be able to see how it works. So, or like I can be able to share to Laura and also Marianne. So like from their end, they will be able to see this model. So like and also like it has got some restriction where they cannot be able to edit my model, share it or delete it or like change. They can just only use the image, the model, sorry. So like, for example, if Laura or Marianne wants to use my model to be able to detect images, then they can probably use it like that, but they cannot be able to edit, share or delete since I'm the main owner of the application. So then I just click on the share, then they'll be able to get a notification that an AI builder model has been shared to them. Yeah, perfect. So I guess we're done there if we have no other questions. So for the AI builder license, it's found on Power Platform and then and also the Dynamics 365. So for the Power Platform, we have two other components that is found, that is the PowerApps and the Power Automate. So like that's how now you classify the AI builder license. And then Humphrey was asking about how, my question was, how does it relate to custom vision? Custom vision within the Azure Cognitive Services, right? Or like what? Okay, so yeah, they are kind of similar, they're kind of similar functionalities. Like for example, language detection and all those Azure cognitive services. If you were keen on that video that I played, it shows you how they are related. So there was somebody who had requested for the for the video. So like let me just share it, and then you can be able to see how they are related. They have actual similar functionalities, and also similar, how do we call it, models that you can be able to build. So let me share the video before we end the meeting if we don't have any other questions. I hope I can share these. Perfect, yeah. I've copied the link. So let me just paste it on the chat window so that you can be able to see about the video. Perfect. Okay, and also I'll be sharing the recording, so watch, you'll be able to get, probably if you want to see it, I'll be posting it on our Power Platform Twitter account. Okay. Do we have any other questions before we call it a day? Okay, I can see Laura is typing. Okay. Yeah, please join our platform user group Kenya, and that's the link that has been posted on the chat window. So feel free to join us. Every Tuesday we have a PowerApps Tuesday, so you get to learn about the Power Platform technologies. And this is our third series. So once you follow our group, I'll be sharing all the events or all the PowerApps series that we are able to cover. So I don't think I have anything else left. So have fun building your AI models, and see you next Tuesday. Bye, everyone.